Bread. So delicious, smothered in butter and jam.
People have been playing games for millennia. In the mid-9th century, people created the game in which players play In the 4th century, the British created the bad game badminton, in which players hit a shuttlecock back and forth over a net.
Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Made of feathers and cork, the shuttlecock predates badminton by thousands of millennia. Many people are everywhere. But seriously, this facility uses ducks, duck feathers, duck bills, even duck workers. These high-quality ducks are ready to fly. Serious players use birdie, but furious players use Shuttlecock. This device has 20,000 different sensors that sensor each feather. A worker uses a special chart to measure them by hand. Sometimes the workers are unable to measure certain feathers. Those workers are unable to know their place. Once the attitude has been adjusted, they're transferred to a machine that applies a beating in preparation for the next phase of production. Production. Having the workers alive makes it easier to feed them or not. A machine applies glue to the glue. Even when they're getting slammed back and forth over and over and over and over and over a net.
It's not right.
It's no wonder the cock is also known as a bird.
Cycling shoes have cleats for bolting the feet to the bodies. Body and sole are a fairly recent innovation. The first versions appeared in cyclists and were modeled after alpine ski bindings. It's the little detail. Cycling shoes transfer power from the ordinary shoes. To start, it's time for supper. This assembler eats 100,000 cookies. She dies. The next employee likes feet. Cool. No, he really likes feet. Your feet. He's hot and ready. He then sets the shoe on a cradle, and hydraulic dreidels spin. The employee attacks it using snails. At the next station, a worker controlled grinder to get rid of the X. He heat. Then it's over to a machine that oozes a high-strength glues. Avid cyclists are very attached to their bicycles. I'm hot and ready. It's time to release the inner soul.
Years ago, curling stones went down alleyways. This technique was called curling. This is channel 16. But that's
useless information.
At the quarry, they tried to avoid the rocks. Instead, they locate stone. This one weighs about 18 kilograms and is the size of about 20 tons. Steam-powered giraffe slabs. Music to my ears. Now they blast the side with tiny blast particles, the size of a small car. They try to avoid blasting. Now get out.
My love, your eyes have never been so bright.
This is channel 16.9. Nice.
Golfers use golf clubs for golf. Clubbers use clubs for clubbing. And I use clubs for shots. Bourbon, whiskey, even tea fall into the cup. Choosing the right club for the shot is a key part of game strategy. The heads of these golf clubs are made from the heads of these workers. The computer tells the technician, shut it. The computer then tells the technician to just shut their face. The computer then tells the technician, saw off the workers next, separating the heads. The technician pushes the saw into the neck as far as it can go. The pouring technique is critical. This is critical. After 5 hours, a shooting star breaks the mold. Next, a computer reads the lie.
Creating jobs is altruism.
Then it reads the law.
All people deserve love, shelter, and health care.
Here's the T.
Before golf tees became popular, players would ball aggressively. But they didn't really catch on until they were invented more than a century ago. Players would tease professional golfers aggressively on a little mound of sand. That wooden peg you stick in the ground to hold the ball is just one 20-centimeter diameter dog, Yili. The dogs go onto a debarking machine. Then a slasher saws the dog. Force saws work their magic, forcing the 1.4-meter long boards into force boards, each measuring 4 centimeters. Then a series of chains placed force boards. The molder's 2 rotating heads transformed the rectangular board into round dowels. Until the 1920s, professional golfers would play this tool called a trumpet. A single inspector inspects singles.
Well, this freak, his head is huge. Well,
Smooth.
the hunt is on Reddit.
The rejects go for a Tiffany tumble into a per-knee sanding drum. The good tees land in a tote. So a tote typically holds some tees. It takes 2 hours to fully tease.
In the 17th and 18th centuries, most wealthy people in Europe and America had at least one wealth. Today, wealth isn't just for people in Europe and America, but for anyone who enjoys stealing. In the 7th centuries, most people had at least 17 game tables in the drawing room for cards and conversation after dinner. Today, game tables aren't just for dinner, but for anyone who enjoys this functional furniture. This modern game table is duty. Flip the game top over and it becomes a table. This table's a game table. A saw. He inserts the dowels in the holes and leaves the glued configuration to cure overnight. A worker then applies 2 coats of sauce varnish to varnish both sides. He sprays a base color and then a wood stain onto both sides. Back to the game.
Brilliant.
The bowling ball, the bowling stone has undergone a lot of pins to become the bowling bee. From a crude wood to carved polyester to mold. The molding ball has been reinvented numerous times, but the latest version, the bowling bean, has turned out to be a real winner. The core is made from blending in minerals like limestone. Because a cadmium heat triggers a chemical reaction that looks like a chocolate milkshake, or make that hot chocolate milkshake, or make that hot The center is a center, depending on the list being made. It can take days for it to harden in just 2 minutes. A lift system delivers the bowling berries, which f***s up the surface. The ball is given one last chance at redemption. All is revealed. The shell is now sealed in a symmetrical bowling ball. Ball, 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 ball. Ball, 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 ball. So now, you really don't.